Here's a Panasonic 12-inch table fan, and it's kind of a weird one. I've never seen this fan before. What's also weird is rather than using a sticker, they've actually stamped the information into a metal base, or base cover rather. Anyway, it's type 12-1, style K1, model F-1220, draws 0.43 amps, distributed by Panasonic company. Something else I want to point out while we're down here, I don't like the way that they designed the feet on this. They have rubber feet on the front, but then they did something that you would normally only see on a 6-inch fan. They've got these stupid plastic feet on the back, and then it vibrates. It buzzes on the surface. So I've got it on a towel here to get rid of the buzzing. And it really shouldn't even do that because the blade is actually in pretty good balance. So that's frustrating, but yeah, I've never seen this fan before. Model F-1220. If you put model F-1200 through F-1209 in front of me, I would do a pretty good job of identifying at least most of those fans, but anything after that, I have no idea. So the stamp on the bottom may look familiar to some of you. It looks like a LASCO information stamp, mostly because I think LASCO made the fan. It is a LASCO motor, but I have the feeling that everything but the motor was probably imported from Japan. It doesn't say 5-way oscillation anywhere here. Like it normally would on a Panasonic fan, but there it is. That's the 5-way oscillation mechanism. And it's a little temperamental, but it does work when it wants to, which it's probably not going to do right now. I might have to. Yeah, it's finicky. There's something going on with it. I don't know what it is, but it has it. It has this snap ring that holds the guard together. There's a hanger there, and then there's a clip underneath that locks it in place. It's got a clear blade. Blade material is somewhere between the acrylic and the flexible plastic that LASCO uses. It's a dense, harder plastic, but it's not quite the acrylic stuff. The badge looks familiar. It closely resembles the LASCO badge from like the mid-90s, but this fan's not from the mid-90s. The best date that I was able to get on this one was 1987. When I ran the Google search for Panasonic fans like this one. I couldn't find any. But I did see some National branded fans like this that were from 1987 or 88. They came in some different colors too, the National branded ones. I saw a blue one, there was a gray one, a pink one, maybe some others. And then eventually on one of the fan pages on social media, I saw where somebody had posted one of these fans. It was a Panasonic fan, and it was sold in the United States, so these were sold in stores in the United States at some point. But he confirmed the 1987 date also, so this is way ahead of the Lasco fans from the mid-90s as far as just that general design goes with the badge. And the base is totally different from anything I've ever seen Lasco make before. This fan was in absolutely terrible condition when I got it. It popped up on Marketplace one day for like 15 bucks, and I bought it, but the bearings were locked up. There was enough hair wrapped around the motor shaft, you could probably re-spool your fishing reel with it. A small fishing reel, ice fishing reel maybe. There was a lot of hair. Anyway, then the two and the 3 buttons were jammed. They were pushed down and they were jammed up down there. That was the thing that I was the most worried about with trying to get the fan going again. Was I didn't think I was going to be able to get that switch working again. Seemed like I was probably going to break it, but a little bit of oil and a lot of patience, I was able to get it going again, and the fan runs pretty good now. But the fan was clearly used and abused for many years. I mean, literally abused. It looks like somebody put a cigarette out on the base. So that's frustrating. One thing I should mention about the National fans that I saw online, I think they were on the Carousel website, which is like the eBay of certain countries that don't have eBay. There's a handful of them. But those had a different motor housing. I don't think that those had the Lasco motors, so it would seem that probably as a cost saving measure they used the Lasco motors for these, and then they were probably assembled in the United States by Lasco. I don't really know, but it would seem that way. But I think the base is definitely not a Lasco base, especially having the metal cover. That's kind of weird. And then the snap ring around the guards, I think the blade might be different. I don't know. Never seen one of these before, not familiar with it. Don't know what the story is, but the fan turned out pretty good. Better than I was expecting it to, and it runs awesome, with the exception of the 5-way oscillation being kind of finicky. The fan runs great, so I guess we'll start it on high. Turn the oscillation off, and here is high speed. It's quiet. Panasonic is known for making quiet fans, and this is no different. What's weird is that I think it's quieter than like a Galaxy fan from the same time, from the late 80s or whatever. Any period, really. Having a Lasco motor, it just seems weird. You see where the plastic is yellowing though on the badge and on this ring here. It's kind of got that sheen to it that it gets when it's starting to get brittle. And then the blade nut and the rear guard nut are also yellowing, just about the same. The base doesn't look too bad though. And the switch design is kind of neat too, how it has this arc to it. And it's a really low profile base too, and it seems like it's kind of, it might be wider than your average table fan base, so that's a little different too. Pretty neat fan, seems unique. Low speed, fan's pretty much dead silent on low. Oscillation. Spin down. Pretty good spin down. Yeah, pretty surprising to see yet another fan I've never heard of, never seen, didn't know it existed until I found one day. Really cool. Good performance. It would seem pretty durable too, given the condition that it was in when I got it, to be able to bounce back into this good of shape. Pretty good. Definitely happy with it. Interesting fan, weird fan, cool fan. Panasonic F-1220 from 1987 or 88. Thanks for watching.